Good morning, everyone. I am Ritika from BSc Chemistry Honors Final Year. Today, our topic is synthetic dyes from organic chemistry, Pradeep publication by Dr. S.N. Dhawan. Introduction. In our day to day life, we come across many substances which have specific colors. In this unit, we shall discuss what is color, how is it related to the constitution of the molecules, what type of colored substances called dye is, are currently being used to color various articles of our daily use. Color and constitution. Color. When white light 400 to 750 nanometer falls on a substance, three processes may occur. First, if the light is totally reflected, the substance appears white. If the light is totally absorbed, the substance appears black. Third, if a certain portion of the light is absorbed and the rest reflected, the substance has the color of the reflected light. If only a single band is absorbed, the substance has the complementary color of the absorbed band. If a substance absorbs all visible light except one band which it reflects, the substance will have color of the reflected band. For example, it is evident from the above table that if a substance absorbs blue color, it will appear yellow, which is the complementary color of blue. In fact, no substance absorbs a single band and hence no dye has a pure shade. For example, malachite green predominantly reflect green light but also to small extent. It is also reflect red, blue and violet light. It may however be noted that substances which appear to be colorless also have absorption spectra. In such cases, absorption takes place in the infrared or ultraviolet regions but not in the visible region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Many theories have been put forward from time to time to relate color with the molecular structure. Some of these are described below. First, Witt's theory. In 1876, it was observed by Otto Witt, a German chemist, that the intrinsic color of any compound is due to the presence of certain groups containing multiple bonds. These groups, which impart color to a particular compound, are called chromophores. Greek chroma color, phorus bearing, and the compound containing the chromophoric group is called the chromogen. Some important chromophores are given below. Further, greater the number of such chromophores, deeper is the color. This is particularly marked when the chromophores are in conjugation with one another. For example, first, as the number of conjugated double bond increases, the color of diphenyls deepens. Second, ethylene 1,3-butadiene and 1,3,5-hexatriene are colorless, but beta-carotene has orange-red color due to the presence of 11 conjugated double bonds. Oxochromes. Witt also observed that there are certain groups which themselves are not chromophores but depend the color when introduced into colored molecules. Such groups are called oxochromes. For example, OH, NH2, NHR, NR2X, CO2H. Even alkyl group exert weak oxochrome effect. Let us now examine the effect of oxochromes on the intensity of color. Both naphthalene and naphthol are colorless. 1,3-dinitronaphthalene is pale yellow, but 2,4-dinitro-1-naphthol is orange-red. Thus, the presence of oxochrome OH group has depended the color of 1,3-dinitronaphthalene chromophore from pale yellow to orange-red in Martius yellow. Two other terms which are also commonly used in connection with dyes are bathochromic and hypsochromic groups. Whereas bathochromic group bring about the deepening, hypsochromic group bring about the lightening of color. In dye industry, deepening of color means color change from yellow to orange to red, red to purple, purple to blue, blue to green and green to black. This is exactly the order of the complementary color of the color absorbed. Thus, when we say that the color of one compound is deeper than the other, it simply means that the wavelength of maximum absorption of the former is longer than that of the latter. Since visible color is the complementary color of the absorbed band, bathochromic group cause red shift while hypsochromic groups cause blue shift, etc. Second, modern theories or electronic theory of color. Two electronic theories have been proposed to explain the origin of color. These are valence bond theory and molecular orbital theory. The most important difference between valence bond and molecular orbital theories is that in the valence bond theory, electrons are dealt with in pairs, but in molecular orbital theory, they can be dealt with singly. First, valence bond theory. According to valence bond theory, the electron pairs of a molecule in the ground state are in a state of oscillation, and when placed in the path of a beam of light, they absorb a photon of appropriate energy and get excited. The wavelength of photon of light absorbed depend upon the energy difference between the ground and the excited state. The smaller is this difference, longer is the wavelength of light absorbed. To illustrate valence bond theory of color, let us first consider a molecule of ethylene which may be regarded as resonance hybrid of the following two structures. To a first approximation, ground state is represented predominantly by structure 1, while excited state is represented by the structure 2. The energy difference between these two states is very large and hence a photon of short wavelength is absorbed. In general, it has been shown that resonance among charged structures lowers the energy of both the ground as well as the excited states. Charged structure, however, stabilize the excited state more than they do the ground state. Third, larger the number of electrons involved in resonance, smaller is the energy difference between the ground and the excited states. From the above discussion, it follows that more extended the conjugation in a molecule, greater is the contribution of charge structure. Smaller is the energy difference between the ground and the excited state, and hence longer is the wavelength of absorption. When this wavelength of absorption is long enough to lie in the visible region, we observe color. For example, ethylene colorless, 1,3-butadiene colorless, 1,3,5-hexatriene colorless, and 1,10-diphenyl 1,3,5,7,9 decapentane orange in color. It may, however, be remembered that the color of the compound is actually the complementary color of the light absorbed. Further, the presence of both electron donating groups or electron withdrawing groups at the end of conjugated system will extend the conjugation and will increase the contribution of the charge structure toward the resonance hybrid. Consequently, the wavelength of light absorbed becomes longer, and when this wavelength lies in the visible region, the compound appears colored. Steric effect and color. We know that resonance is maximum when the system is completely or almost completely planar. If due to steric hindrance resonance is inhibited, the depth of color will diminish or the compound may even become colorless. Second, molecular orbital theory. According to molecular orbital theory, whenever a molecule absorbs a photon of light, one electron is transferred from bonding orbital to an anti-bonding orbital. Depending upon the types of electrons present in a molecule, different type of electronic transitions are possible. A transition in which a bonding pi electron is excited to an antibonding pi orbital is called pi-pi star transition. In the same way, pi-pi star represents the transition of a bonding pi electron to an antibonding pi star orbital. A n-pi star transition represents the transition of one electron of a lone pair, non-bonding pair of electrons to an antibonding pi star orbital. This type of transition occurs in molecules containing double bonds involving heteroatoms CO, CS, Cn, etc. and may be represented as follows. The relative energies of these transitions are pi pi star, sigma sigma star, sigma pi star, n sigma star, pi star, and n pi star. Of all these transitions, only pi pi star and n pi star transition lies in the ordinary UV region. Furthermore, pi pi star transition are much more intense than n pi star transition and hence are responsible for color. Further, as conjugation increases, absorption due to pi pi star transition get shifted to longer wavelength and ultimately to the visible region and hence is responsible for color as explained below. In ethylene, there are two types of transition, sigma sigma star and pi pi star. The longest wavelength band pi pi star absorbs at 175 nanometer. Since this band also lies in the far ultraviolet region, therefore ethylene is colorless. Butadiene has lambda max at 217 nanometer and the intensity has greatly increased. This may be explained as below. A double bond consists of two pi molecular orbitals, one bonding and the other antibonding. But when two double bonds are brought into conjugation, four MOs are formed. Two of these, pi 1 and pi 2, are bonding and are occupied by a pair of electrons, each while the other two are antibonding, pi 3 star and pi 4 star, as shown below figure. Thus, it is clear that the energy of highest occupied molecular orbital pi 2 increases while that of the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital pi 3 star decreases. As a result, the energy levels involved in pi pi star transition now come closer and hence lesser amount of energy is needed. In other words, the energy gap between pi 2 and pi 3 star orbitals in 1,3-butadiene is much lower than in the corresponding energy gap in pi and pi star orbitals in ethylene, and hence 1,3-butadiene absorb at a longer wavelength than ethylene. Further, since the energy levels come closer, their interaction in the excited state increases and hence Emax also goes up. In a similar way, we can show that when three double bonds are brought into conjugation, the energy gap between the HOMO and LUMO becomes still smaller and wavelength of pi star absorption band increases. And when it reaches the visible region, color will appear in the compound. For example, in the polyenes C, when n is equal to 6, the absorption band occurs in the blue region and so the compound is yellow. Similarly, beta carotene absorb in the greenish blue region and hence has orange color. Now let us consider benzene. It absorbs at 254 nanometer and is therefore colorless. Similarly, naphthalene and anthracene are colorless. As the number of fused rings increases, the position of absorption approaches the visible region. Thus, naphthalene with four linearly fused rings absorb in the blue region and hence is yellow, while pentacene, which absorb orange light, is blue. Dye is a colored substance which can be applied in solution or dispersion to a substance such as textile fibers, paper, leather, hair, fur, plastic material, wax, a cosmetic base giving it a colored appearance. Conditions which a dye must satisfy. A substance can be used as a dye for the textiles only if it satisfies the following conditions. First, it must have a suitable color. Second, it must be able to fix itself or capable of being fixed to the fabric from the solution. Third, when fixed, it must be fast to light, resistant to the action of water, soap, detergent, etc. during washing or the organic solvent during dry cleaning, etc. Nomenclature. The chemical names of dyes are very complicated and hence trade names are more popular. These trade names often include one or more alphabetical letters and a number, whereas the number indicate the shade alphabetical letters refer to the color. For example, G for yellow, German Gelb yellow, R for red, German Rof red. Sometimes alphabet may also refer to some specific properties. For example, V for fast to washing, German Waschet. Sometimes the latter also stand for intensity of color. For example, 6B stands for deep purple, close to blue, but sometimes these letters may have entirely different meanings. For example, alizarin blue D, here D stands for direct, which means it is a direct dye for cotton. Classification of dyes. Dyes may be classified into a number ways as discussed below. First, natural and synthetic dyes. Since early times, man has been trying to extract dyes from the plants for using them to beautify his clothes. Such dyes are known as natural dyes. Two examples of natural dyes known since early times are indigo, a blue dye, and alizarin, a red dye. India has been the main producer and exporter of indigo. However, natural dyes have only limited shades, hence, nowadays most of the dyes used are the synthetic dyes, which can have a variety of shades. Most of these dyes are aromatic compounds obtained from coal tar, hence, these are also called coal tar dyes. Second, classification of dyes based on their constitution, chemical classification. In this system, dyes are classified on the basis of chemical constitution or the functional group to which the dyes owe their color. Some important classes are azodyes, nitrodyes, nitrosodies, triphenylmethane dyes, anthraquinone dyes, indigoid dyes, pethylene dyes, acridine dyes, etc. Third, classification of dyes based on their application. The application of a dye on a particular fiber depends on the nature of both the fiber and the dye. There are four different ways in which a dye molecule may be attached to the fiber. Through first covalent bonds, second hydrogen bond, third ionic bond, fourth van der Waals forces. Based upon the method of application, dyes have been classified into the following categories. First, acid dyes. The sodium salt of azo containing sulfonic acid and carboxylic acid groups are called acid dyes. These dyes are applied to the fabric from their acid solutions and are used to dye wool, silk, nylon, and polyurethane fibers. The affinity of acid dyes for nylon is higher than that for other types since polycarbolactam fibers contain a higher proportion of free amino groups. These do not have affinity for cotton and hence cannot be used to dye cotton. Typical example of acid dyes are orange 1, orange 2, methyl orange and Congo red. Orange 1 is a versatile dye prepared by coupling diazotized sulfonilic acid with alpha-naphthol. The dye orange 2 is similarly obtained by coupling diazotized sulfonilic acid with beta-naphthol. The structure and chemistry of methyl orange and Congo red will be discussed later in this unit. Second, basic dyes. These dyes are the salt of the colored bases containing amino groups as the oxochromes. These include azo and triphenylmethane dyes. In the acid solution, these amino groups form water-soluble cations which then react with ionic sites present on the fabrics and thus get attached to them. Modified or reinforced nylons or polyesters can be dyed with these dyes. Some common examples of this class are aniline yellow, butter yellow, chrysodine G, and malachite green, discussed later in this unit. Chrysodine G is an orange dye and it is obtained by coupling benzene diazonium chloride with M-phenylenediamine. It is generally used to dye silk, wool, cotton, leather, and paper. Third, direct or substantive dyes. These are water-soluble dyes. As the name suggests, these are those dyes which can be directly applied to the fabric from an aqueous solution. These are most suitable for fabrics which can form hydrogen bond with the dye is. Thus, these are usually used for dyeing cotton, wool, silk, rayon, and nylon. Congo red and Martius yellow are the two well-known examples of this class of dyes. Fourth, dispersed dyes. These are water-insoluble dyes and are applied to the fabric in form of a dispersion of the finely divided dye in a soap solution in the presence of some stabilizing agent such as phenol, cresol, or benzoic acid. These dyes are used to dye synthetic fibers such as nylons, polyesters, and polycrylonitrile fibers. These dyes belong to the class of anthraquinone dyes and are suitable for dyeing synthetic polyamide fibers. Important examples of dispersed dyes are Celatone Fast Pink B and Celatone Fast Blue B. Fifth, fiber reactive dyes. These are those dyes which contain a reactive group which combines directly with the hydroxyl or the amino group of the fiber. Because of the formation of permanent chemical bonds between the fiber and the dye, the color of the dyed fabric is fast and has a long life. Cotton, wool, or silk can be dyed with this type of dyes. Dyes which are derivatives of 2,4-dichloro-1,3,5-triazine are important examples of fiber reactive dyes. 6. Ingrained dyes or insoluble azodyes. This constitute about 60% of the total dyes used. These are obtained by coupling of phenols, naphthols, aryl amines, aminophenols absorbed on the surface of a fabric with the diazonium salt. As there is only surface absorption of the dye on the fabric, the color is not fast. These dyes can be used to dye cellulose, silk, polyester, nylon, polypropylene, polyurethanes, polycrylonitrile, and leather. An example of this type of dye is para red. Azodyes also find use in foodstuffs, cosmetics, drugs, biological stains such as indicators in chemical analysis. However, because of their toxic nature, these dyes are no longer permitted to dye foodstuff. Seventh, wet dyes. Wet dyes are insoluble in water and hence cannot be used directly for dyeing. Therefore, they are first reduced to a soluble colorless form in large vats with a reducing agent such as an alkaline solution of sodium hydrosulfide. Under these alkaline conditions, the leucoform develop affinity for cellulose fibers. Therefore, these dyes are mainly used to dye cotton fibers. The cotton fabric to be dyed is soaked in this alkaline solution and then oxidized to the insoluble colored form by exposure to air or by some oxidizing agent such as chromic acid or perboric acid. A well-known example of wet dye is indigo. Indigo Sol O, on the other hand, is readily soluble in water. It has affinity for cellulose and can be rapidly and quantitatively oxidized on the fiber with formation of indigo. It is specially suitable for wool. Eighth, mordant dyes. These dyes do not dye the fabric directly but require a mordant. The mordant in fact act as the binding agent between the fiber and the dye. For acid dyes, metal ions are used as mordant, but for basic dyes, tannic acid is used as the mordant. These dyes are primarily used to dye wool. The fabric to be dyed is first soaked in the solution of a suitable metal salt, and the soaked fabric is then dipped in the solution of the dye. When insoluble colored complexes called lakes are formed on the fabric. In this way, the metal ions first get attached to the fabric and then dye molecules are linked to the metal ion through covalent or coordinate bonds. The same dye can give lakes of different colors depending upon the metal ion used. For example, alizarin gives rose red color with aluminium ions, blue color with barium ions, brownish red with chromium ions, violet with magnesium, and red with strontium ions. Chemistry of some important dyes. First, azodyes. Azo dyes constitute the largest class of synthetic dyes. Their chromophores is AR aromatic system joined to the azo group, and the common oxochromes are NH2, NR2OH, etc. The usual method of preparation of azo dye involves direct coupling between a diazonium salt and a phenol or an amine. The structures of azo-dyes is elucidated by reduction with SnCl2HCl or sodium hyposulfite. When azo group is ruptured with the formation of primary amines which are then identified. Azo dyes are classified according to the number of azo group in the molecules. Monoazo, diazo, triazo, etc. They are also classified as basic dyes, acid dyes, etc. Two important azo-dyes are discussed below. First, methyl orange helianthene synthesis. Methyl orange is obtained by coupling N and dimethylaniline with diazotized sulfonilic acid. Properties: it is an acid dye for wool and silk, but its color fades on exposure to light and washing. Therefore, it is not used as a dye but is better used as an indicator in acid base titrations. It is yellow in basic solution while red in acidic solution. The change in color is attributed to change in the structure of the ion. In basic medium, the ion contains the azochromophore, while in the acidic medium it contains p-quinonoid chromophore. Congo red. Congo red is an example of diazo dye. It contains two azo group synthesis. It is obtained by coupling tetrazotized benzediene with two molecules of naphthionic acid. Benzediene needed for the purpose may be prepared by rearrangement of hydrazobenzene in presence of acid. Hydrazobenzene in turn is prepared from nitrobenzene by reduction with ZnNaOH. Properties: it is a direct dye and its sodium salt dyes cotton a full red. However, it is not a good dye because the color changes when the acid is added. Therefore, it is used as an indicator. It is blue in acidic solution and red in solutions above pH 3. This changes in color from red to blue in acid solutions is due to resonance among charged canonical structures as shown below. Triphenylmethane dyes. Triphenylmethane dyes are derivatives of triphenylmethane containing NH2, NR2 and OH groups in the rings. The compounds so obtained are usually colorless and are called leucobases. These upon oxidation are converted into the corresponding colorless tertiary alcohols or carbinol bases. These carbinol bases readily change from the colorless benzenoid forms to the colored quinonoid forms in the presence of acid due to salt formation. These changes are summarized below. Some important triphenylmethane dyes are discussed below. First, malachite green. The name malachite green is given to this dye because it has deep blue-green color resembling that of malachite and ore of copper. Synthesis: it is prepared by condensing N,N-dimethylaniline with benzaldehyde at 373 Kelvin in presence of concentration H2SO4. The leucobase so produced is oxidized with lead dioxide in a solution of CH3COOH and HCl. The carbonyl base so produced react with excess of HCl to form malachite green. Properties: malachite green dyes wool and silk directly and cotton moderated with tannin. The color of malachite green fades slowly when strong acids or bases are added to it. The base causes the color to fade because it converts the dye back to the colorless carbonyl base. However, in case of acids, H positive ion combines with the lone pair of electrons present on the N atom of the free dimethyl amino group. As a result, chances of resonance decreases and the color fades. Crystal violet synthesis. It is prepared by heating either NN-dimethyl aniline with carbonyl chloride or by heating Michels ketone with dimethyl aniline in presence of POCl3. In the first case, Michels ketone initially formed condenses further with dimethyl aniline to form crystal violet. Properties. A weakly acidic solution of crystal violet is simple. A strongly acid solution is green and still more acidic solution is yellow. These color changes may be explained as follows. In weakly acidic solution, crystal violet exists as a singly charged ion. In this structure, two-thirds of the charge can oscillate in the horizontal direction in strongly acidic solution. Crystal violet exists as a doubly charged ion. Here the whole unit of charge can oscillate in horizontal direction, and hence the color deepens from purple to green. In very strongly acidic solution, another proton is added to form the triply charged ion. In this ion, only little resonance is possible and hence the color lightens from green to yellow. Uses. Crystal violet is used in the manufacture of inks, stamping pads and typewriting ribbons. It is also used as an indicator for determining hydrogen ion concentration in solutions. Thylene dyes. These are obtained by condensing phenols with phthalic anhydride in the presence of certain dehydrating agent such as concentrated H2SO4, ZnCl2 or anhydrous oxalic acid. Phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is a phthalene dye. It may also be regarded as a triphenylmethane derivative. Synthesis. It is prepared by heating phthalic anhydride with phenol in the presence of concentrated H2SO4. Properties. Phenolphthalein is not a dye. It is insoluble in water but dissolved in alkalis to form deep red solution. This is due to the formation of disodium salt, which undergoes resonance and has quinonide structure. When excess of strong alkali is added, the solution of phenolphthalein becomes colorless again due to loss of quinonoid structure and resonance as shown below. Uses. Because of the color changes shown above, phenolphthalein is used as an indicator in acid-base titrations. It is also a powerful laxative. Fluorescein. It is a xanthine derivative in preparation and properties. It more closely resembles thylene dyes. Synthesis. It is prepared by heating phthalic anhydride with resorcinol at 473 Kelvin or at 383 to 393 Kelvin with anhydrous oxalic acid. Properties. It is red powder insoluble in water. Since it is colored, therefore non-quinonoid uncharged structure is not satisfactory. To account for the red color, two quinonoid structures are possible in which the conjugation is totally different, one having the p quinonoid structure and the other the O quinonoid structure 3. Fluorescein dissolves in alkalis to give a reddish brown solution, which on dilution gives a strong yellowish green fluorescence due to the formation of anion. The sodium salt of fluorescein is known as uranium and dyes wool and silk yellow from an acid bath. The colors are however fugitive. Eosine is tetrabromofluorescein and is obtained by the action of bromine on fluorescein in glacial acetic acid solution. Since eosine is a red powder, so its structure cannot be 5, it may be 6 or 7. Eosine dyes wool and silk pure red with a yellow fluorescence in case of silk. Eosine in form of lead lake called vermilion is used for poster printing. Most of the red inks are dilute solution of eosine. Alizarin. Alizarin is one of the most important anthraquinonoid dye. It occurs in madder root in form of its glucoside called rubber thyric acid. Alizarin is 1,2-dihydroxyanthraquinone structure. The structure of alizarin has been deduced as follows. First, Elemental analysis and molecular weight determination have shown that the molecular formula of alizarin is C14H8O4. On reduction with zinc dust as 673 Kelvin, alizarin gives anthracene. This implies that alizarin is a derivative of anthracene. Third, with acetic anhydride, alizarin forms a diacetate, thereby suggesting that alizarin contains two hydroxyl groups. Fourth, alizarin can be presented by condensing phthalic anhydride with catechol in presence of concentrated H2SO4 at 453 Kelvin. This shows that alizarin is a dihydroxy derivative of anthraquinone in which both the OH groups are present in the same ring. On the basis of the above condensation reaction, the following two structures are possible for alizarin. Fifth, alizarin on nitration gives two isomeric mononitro derivatives, both of which on oxidation give phthalic acid. This suggests that in both these nitro derivatives, NO2 group is present in the same ring, which contain the hydroxy group since structure 1 has two different positions available for nitration. Since structure can explain the formation of two different nitroderivatives, therefore the actual structure of alizarin is 1. It is 1,2-dihydroxyanthraquinone and not structure 2, 2,3-dihydroxyanthraquinone. Manufacture. It is manufactured by sulfonating anthraquinone with fuming sulfuric acid at 413 Kelvin and fusing the sodium salt of product anthraquinone to sulfonic acid with NaOH containing a calculated quantity of sodium or potassium chlorate at 453 to 473 Kelvin under pressure. Acidification of the product with dilute HCl gives alizarin. The function of sodium or potassium chlorate is to provide oxygen for the oxidation of C1H into C1OH. Anthraquinone needed for the purpose can be prepared from benzene and pathetic anhydride as follows. Properties. Alizarin forms ruby red crystal melting point 563 Kelvin. It is insoluble in water and alcohol but dissolved in alkalis to form pupil solution. It sublimes on heating. Second, it is mordant dye and the color of the lake depend on the metal used. Aluminium gives a red lake, ferric salt gives violet black while chromium salt form brown violet lake. Aluminium and iron lakes are usually employed for cotton dyeing and printing while aluminium and chromium lakes are used for wood dyeing. Third, oxidation. On oxidation with MnO2 and H2SO4, it gives purpurine. Fourth, reduction. On reduction with zinc, dust and NH4OH, it forms anthrarobin. Uses. Alizarin is used as a mordant dye and also as a purgative. Indigo. India is the birthplace of indigo, its official name being indigotine. It is the oldest wet dye known. Egyptian mummy clothes, 5,000 years old, were dyed with it. It occurs as indican, which is the glucoside of indoxyl in Indian plant. Indigofera tinctoria and the European plant Istasis tinctoria, the indication on hydrolysis with either HCl or enzymes, gives indoxyl which upon aerial oxidation gives indigotine. Structure. The structure of indigo has been deduced as follows. First, elemental analysis and molecular weight determination have shown that the molecular formula of indigo is C16H10O2N2. Second, fusion of indigo at low temperature produces anthranilic acid. This suggests that indigo contains one ortho-substituted benzene ring in which one position is attached to a carbon atom while the other is linked to a nitrogen atom. Third, oxidation of indigo with HNO3 yield two molecules of isatine. This suggests that indigo contains two identical units joined together and that each unit on oxidation produces a molecule of isatine. The structure of isatine has been confirmed by its synthesis as sketched below. Fourth, on the basis of the structure of isatine, the following three structures 1, 2, 3 are possible for indigotine. Fifth, indigotine on treatment with dilute alkali yield anthranilic acid and indoxyl 2-aldehyde. Formation of indoxyl 2-aldehyde suggests that the two identical units in indigotine are connected through position 2 of indoxyl moiety while position 3 carries an oxygen containing functional group. This argument suggests that most probable structure of indigotine is 1. Further X-ray analysis has revealed that indigotine has more stable trans configuration. This structure has been confirmed by the following three syntheses. First, Huymann's first indigo synthesis 1890. Condensation of aniline with chloroacidic acid produces N-phenylglycine. This upon fusion with NaOH and NH2 at 523 Kelvin gives indoxyl which upon subsequent oxidation by air gives indigotine. The overall yield of indigotine is low. To improve the yield, a modified method of preparation of N-phenylglycine was used, which is described below. Second, Huymann's second indigo synthesis 1896. The involves the condensation of anthracynolic acid with chloroacidic acid to form N-phenylglycine or carboxylic acid. This, when fused with KOH NaNH2, produces indoxylic acid, which subsequently undergoes dicarboxylation to form indoxyl. Aerial oxidation of indoxyl finally gives indigotine. Third, from aniline and ethylene oxide 1943. Aniline on treatment with ethylene oxide from N-phenyl beta hydroxyethylamine and this upon fusion with a mixture of NaOH KOH at 473 gives the corresponding sodium potassium alkoxide 2. When the sodium potassium salt is heated with sodamide and a mixture of sodium and potassium hydroxide at 473, the N-sodio potassium derivative is produced. This is then dehydrogenated on heating rapidly to 573 Kelvin and on rapid cooling to 578 Kelvin. Ring closure occurs to form sodium potassium salt of indoxyl. This upon treatment with water and oxidation by air gives indigotine. It may be noted that synthetic indigo is much cheaper than natural indigo. In fact, synthetic indigo has virtually wiped out the indigo plantations so popular at one time in India. Properties. First, indigotine is a dark blue powder with coppered luster melting point 663 Kelvin. It is insoluble in water and most organic solvents. When a paste of indigotine is agitated with alkaline sodium hyposulfite in large vats, the insoluble indigotine is reduced to the soluble leuco compound called indigotine white. The cloth to be dyed is soaked in this alkaline solution and then exposed to air. When the original blue colors is regenerated on the cloth. Uses. Indigo is extensively used for dyeing cotton. The quality of color is excellent and is stable to light washing etc. It is also used in painting, in printing ink.